This is Becca Salamone, the voice of Alabama Horse Talk Radio, coming to you from Garrett Coliseum in Montgomery, Alabama. And I'm standing here with one of our famous Alabama clinicians, Taylor McIntosh. He is the winner of Alabama's first ever Mustang Makeover and lots of other fancy titles that I'm not sure of that you can tell us about. And he has been here at the Alabama Horse Fair demonstrating his horsemanship methods. So tell us how it went today when you did the trailer loading.
It went very well. You know, at first the horse didn't want to get on, and that's what we wanted to demonstrate. And then eventually at the end he got on with no problem. So that's right where we wanted to end with it. And the lady, I have to give her a big hand for getting down there. It takes a lot of guts to get down there with a problem horse that you know is going to give you trouble. So I do commend her and everyone that helped out with that.
Exactly. Now tell everybody that's listening where you're located, what the name of your business is, and where they can find you online.
Well, we're located in Waverly, Alabama, and you can find us at McIntoshequine.com. And we do clinics throughout the Southeast, just general horsemanship clinics. So you can find us at one of those, and just any of our scheduled stops, you can find us there. Or you can get in contact with us and go to the website at McIntoshequine.com, and you can become a clinic host and host your own clinic if we're not in your area yet.
That's awesome. And you go across the Southeast, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so somebody that wants to host a clinic at their farm, they just need to call you up and make arrangements. And how's that work exactly?
Well, what they do is they get a minimum of 8 people, and then they would get a free clinic in return, and everybody would show up, and we all have a good time and learn together.
That sounds great. And so you're here at the Alabama Horse Fair with your own booth, is that right?
That's correct.
So people can come by and take their photo op with Taylor McIntosh.
That's right. And we have a big picture of Owen the Mustang, and everybody's favorite is Owen, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So they can come and see his picture and get to meet him.
Exactly, and I got to meet Owen today out in the parking lot, and he was actually smaller than I thought he was online. Tell us a little bit about Owen.
Owen is a really special horse. I mean, he has the heart the size of Texas, but his body is definitely not. You know, he's a short guy. But it's okay. His heart makes up for it. And you can do anything you want with that horse. I mean, you can practice dressage moves and then go rope on him if you want in the same day. It's pretty amazing. And
tell folks that are listening who don't know the story, what is his story? He's been just out of the wild about a year now, is that right?
It's almost a year. I think we're at 9 months now. And, you know, we got him for the Mustang Makeover. And sight unseen, he was terrified. And then around 4 hours or so, he got real used to us. And day 2, we were riding him and haven't stopped since. And, you know, he's ridden on the beach now. He goes and teaches clinics. He teaches people how to get their domestic horse broke. Wow. And it's amazing to me to see his transformation. But to let people know that their horse could do it too.
Exactly. Now, I did see the other day on Facebook a picture of you on Owen with a surfboard. What was that all about?
Well, you know, in our downtime, my relief is going to the ocean. And the ocean means a lot to me. So after any time I get real stressed, we go surf. So I wanted to combine both of them to kind of show who I am. And it combined the ocean with Owen. And so that got wheels turning. So now we're going to have a clinic on the beach in Cape San Blas, Florida, and start to kind of work the Florida panhandle and see if we can work up and down the coast, because everyone's dream is to ride their horse on the beach. I mean, that's just, how do you beat that with the wind blowing through their hair in waves? But this way we can do it in a safe environment and get your horse used to it, so you can use your own horse instead of borrowing someone else's.
That's awesome. And everyone's dream is to be a good horseman, and you know, you have gone down that path. And I guess tell people about your beginnings, because you really have not been a horseman for as long as some of the other people have. Is that right?
That's correct. I definitely wasn't born into it. You know, I was born in Birmingham. I'm kind of a city kid, and then got into the bull riding aspect and loved that. But then I told my wife I want to learn how to rope. And she said, "You can't ride a wet mop." And I'm like, well, okay. So she sent me to Al Dunning, who, you know, he's a 30-something time world champion in the AQHA cutting and reining. And that was my first formal lesson. And we've just been going and getting lessons from people like that, you know, at the top of the industry ever since. Just got back from the World Show working for J.D. Yates and riding horses for him. And you know, I get to ride these world champion horses 5 minutes before they go in the arena and become a world champion. And that's a neat aspect, but you get to learn from people better than you. And that's kind of what we continued education, and that's what we do.
That's awesome. Well, do you have future plans for Owen? Is he going to be in your family for forever?
He definitely will. He has a spot for us. And we just had a little baby, Colt, and that's his name. It's a human. But we named him Colt, and he's a month old, so we kind of hope that Owen becomes his horse at some point. And since he's a smaller horse, I think that would fit Colt very well. But until then, we'll just keep doing clinics with him and teaching other people.
Yeah, and he's doing a great job, and so are you. So we thank you for sharing with Alabama Horse Talk.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, definitely. And folks, if you want to find out more about Taylor McIntosh, you can look at alabamahorsetalk.com. And in the meantime, start horsing around and just go ride.